Good evening. Some scary moments today for a neighborhood where a deadly shooting played out right in the middle of the street and right as students were getting out of school here.
And tonight we have new developments on what happened. Here's what we now know. 3 people were shot and killed, 2 adults and a juvenile. One of those adults was the gunman. 2 other people, a juvenile and an adult, were also injured and are in the hospital tonight. We have live team coverage tonight. Alex Cabrero is live at the elementary school nearby where neighbors gathered tonight to mourn the loss of the victims.
First, though, we want to get out to Nicole Vowell, who has been on the scene all day long with police as they try to piece together what exactly happened here. Nicole, what do you know at this hour?
Well, guys, just within the last 30 minutes, the crime tape came down from this street behind me here. Police say this all started when a man driving a pickup truck rammed into another car and then got out and started shooting.
I heard about 8
gunshots.
8 gunshots.
I just heard this, car skid and crash, and then I just heard gunfire, like barrage of it.
It's a sight this Sandy community never wanted to see.
This happened so fast,
It was only a few minutes after the school bell rang at Brookwood Elementary, the second to last day of school. Kobe Collette's 8-year-old son was walking home. So how many kids walk down the street?
I would say at least 100 every, right after school. He walks home with like 3 or 4 kids. He was walking, like probably not even 2 blocks, like a block away from this whole thing happening. So
police say right here is where a good Samaritan picked up a woman and 2 kids in a car when a man slammed into them and pulled out a gun.
Suspect exited his vehicle and began shooting.
It's something Shayla Egan described
Just shut the windows, lock the doors. It was
as chaos.
trying to keep the kids calm.
Egan said she was driving home, turning down her street, only to be told.
After I got out of my car, everyone just said, run, get all the kids and everybody in the house. There's a gunman. Get everyone off the street. That was our main concern.
Her quiet Sandy street suddenly turning scary.
Kids were walking home from school. We loaded them into cars and just ditched cars and ran and got into safe houses.
Now her community waits with the rest of us to figure out what happened and why.
You never think anything like this is going to happen on your street and in your home and in your school community.
Yeah, certainly frightening. And we're told those 2 juveniles in the hospital, one is in critical condition at this hour, the other in serious condition. But there's still a lot to piece together here. Police still don't know the relationship between these individuals or if the gunman took his own life. Mike, we are expected to learn much more about this and a motive as this investigation unfolds. Back to you.
Yeah, it breaks your heart. The whole thing is senseless. Nicole Vowell live in Sandy for us tonight. Nicole, thank you. Dave?
As reported, the shooting happened near Brookwood Elementary as kids were walking home from classes. A lot of adults started taking those kids into their own homes and cars just to get them away from the scene. News specialist Alex Cabrero is live outside the school with this portion of the story. And Alex, confusing and traumatic for many of those kids.
It certainly was, Dave, and Brookwood Elementary here was placed on lockdown while all of this was going on. But we want to show you what was happening here about 45 minutes ago. There were about 75 people out here outside the school, adults and children, and they were sending lanterns into the sky as a memorial to those who were killed and injured in today's shootings. Counselors were also here tonight with the Canyon School District to talk to parents and children about what happened. You can tell a lot about a child's mood by what they draw. So when you see flowers, the sun, and smiling faces, they were having a good day. But every now and then, the bad stuff in the world gets a little too close.
There are going to be some things that happen in the world that are sad.
That's where Tori Gillette and her team come in.
Anytime something of this caliber happens, it's hard on everyone.
They are grief counselors with the Canyon School District. And after a shooting near Brookwood Elementary, as children were walking home this afternoon, there's a chance some will be scared.
When something so unpredictable and scary happens, they begin to feel vulnerable.
Even if children didn't witness the shooting, the sound of police cars and adults bringing them inside their homes and cars to get them away from the scene may be traumatic enough. Gillette says it's important for parents to watch their children.
Are their behaviors different than normal? Are they asking questions? Do they look more anxious, look more upset, look on edge?
And if they notice anything, to talk to them and answer any questions they may have to keep their little worlds happy.
We just want to reassure their safety and let them know that even though a bad thing happened, that they are safe at home.
Grief counselors will also be back here at Brookwood Elementary School first thing tomorrow morning when classes start, to talk to students and to talk to parents if need be. Tomorrow is also the last day of classes. Dave, again, the most important thing parents can do for their children tonight is to let them know that they are safe. Back to you.
Alex Cabrero live for us out in Sandy. Thank you, Alex. We'll continue to